right, man, I heard a story that says that the Pistons could be linked to, let me get this together. They could be linked to, 1 second. This should be hot in the dash, so here we go. They was linked to possibly bringing in ex-Laker guard, ex-Brooklyn Net guard, ex-Golden State guard. Was he ex-Minnesota Timberwolves guard? Ex-number 2 overall pick, D'Angelo Russell. He's opted out the Lakers deal. I don't think he fit well with LeBron, but don't forget, check out Detroit Piston Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure the subscribe button, the bell icon button, hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. So, one thing about D'Angelo Russell, he ain't really a catch and shoot guard. He a guy that like to have a ball in his hands. When he was in Brooklyn with Kenny Atkinson, and maybe that might be something that the Pistons may be leaning towards bringing in Kenny Atkinson, but get rid of Monty Williams and reunite him with D'Angelo Russell. I think that's when Russell probably had his best years. And one thing they found out about D'Angelo Russell with Kenny Atkinson, he played really, really well, and he was able to, have success, and they got a lot of good work out of each other. But one thing about D'Angelo Russell, what they found out in LA is that, what we already knew, it's hard to play with LeBron because a lot of these guys got LeBron-itis. And what I mean by that, a lot of these guys, like LeBron, can't play without the basketball. So when you can't play without the basketball with the quote-unquote GOAT, then he ain't going to defer to you 50, 60 years old, 30 years old in his prime or out his prime. It's hard for a guy like D'Angelo Russell because he needs to put the ball on the floor to get his own shot. Simple as that. He's a rhythm scorer. He's not a distributor. He can catch and shoot. He can distribute here, but he's a bucket getter. He's really a 2 guard that's masquerading as a 1 guard. And one thing about him being a 2 guard is that he like to get his own shot. That's how he get into rhythm. When he able to get his own shot and be reckless with his shot selection, that's what he good at. He ain't gonna give you a lot of good defense. He not gonna give you a lot of consistent catch and shoot. He's the guy that likes to get it off the dribble. He can drive it. He can do floaters. He can find his little spot. But he's a reckless shot selector, and he's a streaky guy. When he get going, he can get hot. But he don't play a winning brand of basketball, and it just don't seem like he's trying to figure out how to really be a lead guard and be a complete guard, or even how to even be a great 2 guard. He's just like a guy that's just happy to be in the NBA. Can you really call him a bust? No, but you really can't call him a success. He done been in more stops than bus stops down Schoolcraft Street. You know what I'm saying? So, he can never stick nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And he done made, he done made a bunch of money, but he just don't play a winning brand of basketball. And it's a lot of talent there, but it just don't seem to be the maturity in the game to get him to the next level. And this is a horrible idea for the Detroit Pistons to bring this guy in. Terrible, horrible, atrocious. Anything adjectives around that line, it just don't make sense. You put him next to Kay Cunningham, it's like, what? You know what I'm saying? Another reckless shot taker. He don't bring nothing but reckless shot taking. He don't bring nothing but instability. His game is just reckless. Now off the bench, if you want him to come off the bench and be a spark plug, I think that's what he best at. Being in the mind of, or in that mind frame of a Lou Williams or a Malik Monk or Jamal Crawford. But he's still young enough to feel like I'm in my prime and I need to be will he accept that role of being a bucket getter off the bench? But that's what he really is. He's a guy off the bench that can get you a lot of buckets off the bench. It's explosive scorer, but he's such a reckless shot taker, man. He's very reckless. And then when you try to reform him and you try to put him within an offense, he don't go well with the ball is moving and he catch and shoot and get a shot. You know what I'm saying? When you try to put him somewhere, he's best fit when he's out there like an animal that's out there in the wilderness. That's out there in the wilderness where he can just roam free and do what he want to do. When you put him in somewhat of captivity of an offense, and play within a traditional style offense, he can't do it. When he was at Kenny Atkinson, he was taking 30, 40-foot 3-pointers and just reckless as hell, and they just happened to get hot. I think they beat Philadelphia in the first round or something, or whoever it was an upset. He just happened to get hot. But as far as, being a guard in the backcourt and a successful backcourt as a starting guard, I don't see it. Now, could some maturity come there? Yeah, but you know, who gonna really rein him in like Rick Carlisle and Larry Brown did for Chauncey Billups? That's pretty much what he's missing, is how to be a lead guard. But it's just so much in this game that just gotta be it's so much in this game that gotta be reformed. Like how to run the back, how to run the offense, how to distribute, you know, how to make people better, how to know when to take this shot, you know, how to know when to pass the basketball, how to know when to get to your spot and get the floater. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, and they showed a lot of immaturity in the Lakers series where sometimes they just got mad at him, he shut down and didn't want to hoop no more, was disengaged. That's a sign of immaturity. You know, you think he gonna get more mature in a situation like Detroit? Absolutely not. If Golden State couldn't make him mature, if the Lakers couldn't make him mature, you know, in Brooklyn he started to mature, but this ain't that. This is a team that's beneath rock bottom that's trying to come up. So I don't even know why anybody would suggest them add a toxic piece like D'Angelo Russell to this situation. He done been part of a championship caliber organizations and he ain't none of that shit rubbed off on him. So him and the Cade Cunningham backcourt, like, no thank you. No, you better off just reviving Cade and Jay Nivey. You know? And not to say that he's not a good basketball player, but even on the championship caliber team, you know, you want to pay him that amount of money to be successful is crazy. Because there's some instability there. Real talk, there's some instability there. You know, it's a lot of instability there. You're just wondering, would it ever click for a guy like D'Angelo? Would it ever click for a guy like D'Angelo Russell? That's what you ask yourself. Will it ever sit there? Would it ever click? Would it ever click? So, I'm not sure. But gotta wait and see. But would it ever click for him? I don't think you're gonna get to Detroit, this organization, and you're gonna start developing click. So it's a hard no on D'Angelo Russell for me, bro. But I think in a perfect world for him, he better fit coming off the bench for somebody. That's what I feel. I feel like he better off coming off the bench, being a spark plug. But when you're young in your prime and you trying to start and be that guy, try to be an all-star and get that Supermax deal, so I understand that. But thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and the subscribe button. It is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. You go live or drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. Peace.